Hello, Old South Church, and welcome to Worship Matters. I'm Mitchell Crawford. Today and over the next few weeks on Worship Matters, we're going to be talking about the pipe organ, and specifically the amazing E.M. Skinner pipe organ here at Old South Church. And why shouldn't we talk about the organ on Worship Matters? After all, a huge amount of our festival service uses the organ, whether it's the voluntaries at the beginning or conclusion of the service, during the hymns, in accompanying the choir, and for other uses as well. The organ saturates our service. So, come with me as we take a look at the console. Ta-da! Here we are at the console of the instrument, the nerve center of any organ. It's a little bit like being in an airplane cockpit. You're surrounded by buttons, knobs, and all manner of devices. The kinds of assists that are on modern organs were made possible with the advent of electricity. And so when you see things seemingly moving of their own volition, it's electricity that's responsible for that. So organs like this one became a lot easier to manage once electricity was part of the equation. On organs, you find two types of keyboards: manual keyboards for the hands, but also a pedal keyboard called a pedal board, which is played by the feet. Come look. The organ's pedal board is just like a manual keyboard for the feet. So, it's the same combination of black and white notes, here denoted with the lighter, darker shades of wood. The one other aspect about the pedal board which makes it distinct from the hand keyboards is that it radiates outward to sort of mimic the movement of the body as you move from a position close to the center further out. So it also helps you to play with both your toes and your heels. Also controlled by the organist's feet are these, called expression shoes. These actually are attached to Venetian blind type implements, which open and close as you move the shutter. Using these, I can create the illusion of a crescendo or decrescendo. The volume that the pipe is producing is actually constant. What's changing is the opening and closing of the shades. Arrayed on the sides of the console are round implements called stops. Each one of these stops represents a rank or complete set of pipes. So because this instrument has about 117 ranks, there's a large number of these stops, again, arranged into their particular divisions. And so at the top of each division, you'll see its name. When I pull out a stop, that brings it on. So I can now use the stop. Pushing it in retires that stop. So the expression, pulling out all the stops, literally means bringing everything to bear, a large sound. Even though the pipes of the organ are arrayed into particular divisions, almost any of the sounds can be played on any of the keyboards by means of coupling. These tablets at the top of the organ console allow an organist to take a sound that's available within a certain division and move it to another keyboard. So, for example, I can take this trumpet, which lives in the swell, and make it available here on the great keyboard. I can also use it to add the sounds of particular divisions together. Here, for example, are a set of diapason pipes from the swell and a set of flute pipes from the choir coupled together into the great division. Couplers are also what allow us to make a large sound of the entire organ all together. So, in a large comprehensive sound, all of the divisions are coupled together. With so many combinations possible on the instrument, it's useful to have something to prearrange those registration configurations. Pistons allow us to do just that. Using pistons, I can set a combination of sounds and then immediately recall it with the press of a button. So, for example, if I press this piston, it brings on the stops that I have set to come on with that piston. There are pistons that affect the entire instrument and also that correspond only to a particular division, like here. These are also duplicated and available in the pedal as well as toe studs. So these are just the foot version of the manual pistons at the top of the console. These spoons are called reversibles and allow us to bring on particular couplers or particularly useful stops. So today's Worship Matters has been a survey of the organ's console, and in future weeks we're going to delve even closer into particular divisions of the instrument and behind the scenes of the organ into the chamber so that we can see some of the pipework. So I hope you'll be back for the next iteration of Worship Matters. Thank you for tuning in.